Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is a beautiful, sunshiny day. It is currently 18 degrees Celsius, which is 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Lovely day, still t-shirt, tank top kind of weather here. And today we have Beth and Jean here to play with us today. Hey, ladies! So
You do.
it's going to be a fun one. Welcome, Dan, Belinda. Nice to see you guys. So today we are doing doodle cards. Beth was talking about her doodle cards, and Jean and I thought it would be fun to try. So I have a deck of playing cards to work with, and Beth has a whole different way she does it, and so does Jean. So we're going to see, and I've got strips of paper because I always have strips of paper. So we're going to make some doodle cards today. How are you guys, Jean, Beth?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Uh, the storm is over,
Yay!
so uh, I'm sharing it out. That's what I'm talk. Can't talk and type at the same time.
Hi, Peter. Nice to see you.
But we made it through the storm safely,
Good, good.
and I haven't talked to Liz Brewer yet. But Dana was over on the Gulf Coast, and she said she was okay. Have not talked to Tanya yet.
Yeah,
Uh, she would be a good person to say, "Hey, you okay?"
yeah.
So,
It's kind of a wait and see thing, right? Like,
yeah,
who knows, if they've even got power or whatnot. I have no clue. I haven't really been following it. I just know it's happening.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you had storms, Jean?
No,
That's nice.
none.
We had a storm. There was a lot of flooding
We
around.
had
We didn't get it.
we had rain a week ago, week and a half maybe, and it rained like all day. And if my husband hadn't have put the new threshold in the front door, it would have came in the front. But
Wow.
luckily, it didn't. But it was pretty wet for a while. Even the neighbor across the street doesn't do anything to her yard. Has lots of beautiful yellow flowers in it now.
Awesome. I like those yellow flowers personally.
I do
Oh,
too.
Peter, I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. I hope it clears up fast.
Okay, now let me find YouTube.
So, we've been having a discussion in my family because we are doing the Halloween on Canadian Thanksgiving, which I had no idea that it was
Sorry about that.
Thanksgiving that weekend. So, one of my daughters
Oh,
was very upset that
well,
we
it's for
weren't
two
having,
days. It's for 2 days, so maybe we
yeah,
can do the first half hour.
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that um, we're hoping to pop in and help, be in other people's streams as a mod or whatever, right?
Oh, I see.
Add whoever's coming
Well,
next if it's needed, that kind of
but
thing.
but there's two other girls, right?
Yeah, well, Miriam and Carol,
Yeah.
and Carol also being Canadian, I haven't talked to her yet to see if they celebrate. But yeah, one of my daughters was quite upset, and it's like we never used to celebrate Thanksgiving. When did we start celebrating Thanksgiving? Like, what the heck's going on? I know we've been doing it the last few years, but really, what the heck? So anyway, it's been a very big discussion, and
Well, maybe there'll be some nice people, in the audience that'll chip in.
yeah, well, we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's kind of like, no, I'm not doing Thanksgiving. And my daughters were like, what? So I have no idea what's going on.
Well, see, you started doing it for the last few years, so now it's a tradition to them.
Yeah.
Tanya's good. Tanya said she's fine,
Oh,
and
good.
she was up in Tallahassee where it hit
Yeah.
the surge, and
Okay.
I think it was more surge damage than anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
So also, Ron never remembered celebrating Thanksgiving growing up. I know I did not. And so I asked Jan, and she asked Ron's brother, and he said, "Oh yeah, we used to celebrate Thanksgiving." And Ron's like, "What?" So I don't remember celebrating with his parents or anything. Like I've got it's really irritating me. Anyway, let's get on with the show here, guys. We're making doodle cards today. Beth is going to
Well, I got a little bit of a little bit of show and tell for you. So,
let's make Beth big.
um,
Be careful, Beth. She always likes to make people big.
I do. I'm
I'm big
making you
enough. I am big enough.
large and lifelike.
There we go.
So, so doodle cards. It's just pictures of doodles on your cards, and I used some kind of a crazy playing game cards that I had in my stash, and this was back in 2000. Let's see if I can find a date. 2000, and it's as early. This is before I started dating things. 16 and 17. Okay, this was before I started streaming. I didn't start streaming until 19. So before that, what did I do? I watched Mary Altier and Dee Dee Willingham, Barb Owen, and Cat Han. Those were my favorite people. So anyway, Mary was doing doodles, and I said, "Oh, that sounds like a good, easy, fun project for me to start out with as a newbie in all of this. I've always been arty as a kid, but never took any art lessons or anything. So I started out with coloring pages. I did this online in 2016 of August with a girl named Kelly Donovan, maybe something Kelly, and she did this mermaid, and I liked it so much I did it twice. So that was in my mind, those were the things going on in my mind. So anyway, Mary was doing doodles, and I started doing a collection. So I made my squares 2 by 2 on my paper, and I would sit in the living room and I would just do doodles. And I tried to find any kind of doodle I could find. I did all of Mary's, and I searched the doodles and got them off the internet, and I added to my doodles. So you can see how many pages I have. And I finally was starting to doodle flowers with somebody that was teaching me how to do flowers. So anyway, there's like over 70 cards on here. And what I did after I did my doodles in my book, I just made a copy of them. Then I cut the cards up, and voila, cut the paper up, and voila, I glued them down on these cards, and I had an instant doodle deck. And it's fun to do. It's fun to pick a card, and then you do that doodle, and it's fun. It's fun to not pick. It's fun to get to have it picked for you. And but doodle, you can do all kinds of doodle games, and so, and then I've got doodles. Well, I might have them in my prompts. If I don't, I should have doodle in for a prompt. There's so many prompts, but that's exactly how I started my doodle fetish. And you can do it, any way you want to do it. Of course, if you've got your paper already cut up, but when I had them down like this, then I knew I wasn't getting a double because I couldn't remember that. I couldn't remember everything, but some of them were similar, but they're different, and so forth. So, whatever you want to do as a doodle, there's no right or wrong.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah,
Welcome, Marie. Nice to see you.
but it's good to have a reference when you want to go back and see how did I do that? But there it is.
All right. All right. Jean, are you muted for a reason?
Yes, my dogs were barking.
Oh, okay.
So, how are you all going to do your doodle deck? Jean got some cards. Show
Yep,
them your
I got
cards.
some cards to just doodle right on because I got plenty. And if I don't like it, boom, trash can.
Yeah. Well, I didn't have a choice. I tried to be as neat as I could when I doodled in my book. I
I
didn't.
almost like the idea of the book better for myself because I think I'd pick the book up
Yeah.
and use it more than I will probably use the cards.
Well, another thing is you could number these, and then someone pick a number between 1 and 70, and then you go to that number, and you can pick
Uh
that out
huh.
and do it that way. Of
Hi,
course.
Jean. Jean's
Ah,
Gems is here. I'm going to do it on 2 inch squares, and I'm going to definitely do mine on cards because I like to be able to pull a card and use it. You know what I mean? Like my
Yeah.
prompt cards and stuff. For now,
you see,
that's
I don't use prompts that
I
much.
know.
That's why I'm thinking the book. I use it. I have one somewhere, but I'm not sure where it's at that I started. It does have a lot of printed doodles on it in it. Um, that didn't make any sense. I printed doodles and then I put them in the book too. Besides some of them I did because I'm going to use it more as a reference when I'm doodling on. Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to do it on cards because that way, if I'm doodling, I can just pull a card and say, okay, I can fill this area in like this. And then pull another card and fill that area in like that. I think that's the way my mind is going to operate for this. But we never know. Sounds good in theory, right? Sounds very good in theory. I love that one. I love wavy lines like that. Like, wait,
I love the over and the under.
yes, that
I do
too.
that a lot. I did a mummy. It was a Halloween cat, and it was a mummy cat, and
Okay,
I did this technique on the cat, with the wrappings, and I did it in different shades of ecru so that you could see the layers, and it was a cute Halloween mummy. It was really cute.
cool. Hope you guys are all taking notes on this. I'll have a quiz later.
Start a doodle book.
Yeah.
Here's your chance.
Well,
And I would be glad to take pictures and send copies to you. I
my
can do that. If for those of you who want to print them out, that would be okay.
my problem is that the majority of my books are nowhere close to me. So if I wanted to go and get my doodle book, say, it wouldn't be like right handy to where I'm working. I would have to go into the back 40 to get it.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, Jean,
I
you
just
have
went
one.
looking for mine and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
great.
a little deck of cards sitting on my desk. Chances are we know it will get lost, right? Because we know what happens to things on my desk. I put them someplace safe and I never see them for months. But
If any, if anybody wants a copy of these, let me know. I'll be glad to. I could make, since there'd be so many copies, I would be glad to print them out again and send out some copies to you if you would like to do that. This is mixed media paper, but this was copy paper, regular copy paper when I made a copy of them.
I would like to have copies. I don't need them printed. If you can send
Oh,
me the images, I can print them.
yeah,
okay.
me too, please, Beth. That'd be
I'll
awesome.
be happy to do that.
Okay, guys, I have a big stack of little 2 inch squares here to play on. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you, hun. Belinda would like a copy.
Okay, I'm making a list.
And checking it twice. Gonna
I
find out.
use Bic Gelosity black gel pen thing. It's my doodle pen of choice at the moment.
Just one?
Well, I like my pen and ink, but I figured if I used pen and ink on these, I would be throwing more out because I would probably blob. Because when you're doing something for good, you blob it. Well, I blob it. So I figured I would use just my gel pen. Marie TC would also like a copy.
That's Teresa.
That's Teresa. Oh, Teresa.
She listen, she has been doing
I just don't think it's right.
she has been learning how to do things on her computer.
Excellent.
And she's learned how to change her name, but now she has to learn how to change it back.
Aha. You're incognito.
I have a
That's
few
you can
pins
be
ready to go.
bad.
She's a superwoman.
She
All right.
is.
All right.
Are you?
I have a piece of paper. What are we starting with, my friends?
Hey, Kim,
Hey, Joe.
I don't think it's right. You send one letter out and you get a great big package.
I got Happy Meal.
Awesome.
Look at this suitcase.
Excellent.
It's from New York. New
Oh,
York
I know
City.
who that's from. I know who that's from.
Margaret.
Woohoo.
Got to be Margaret. Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
would. All right.
She's a sweetheart.
Margaret loves me,
She
and
is
she supports my channel, and I give most of everything she gives me away to everybody else, and that's one reason why she supports me,
Thank
because
you, Margaret. I love you too.
she knows I give.
Yeah.
But I do keep some of it. I use it.
Yes. All right. What are we
Okay. Was there anybody else? Jan. Okay, Jan. Jan, will you message me your address?
in your list, Beth? She's in your address list in your group.
What's her last name?
Starts with a G.
Okay. I'm thinking it's another Jan. I've got 3 Jans
Yeah.
that I know.
She's
So
the one in British Columbia.
okay. And Jean, I need for you to message me your address too, please.
The other Jean or me?
You,
Okay.
Miss Missy.
Okay.
And if who else wanted a copy? I'll be glad to do copies.
You can just send me the images.
Okay, I can do that too.
Me too.
Okay, I can do that.
The other
Saves
team would like one as
Okay,
well.
then I need for Jean Gems to send me her address.
we can start calling me JP when Jean's in here.
See, I've got JJ. Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Let's do this thing, guys. I have squares.
Doodle away.
Doodle
Doodle
away.
away.
Well, I was
Let's do something with circles.
something with circles.
Circles.
I like circles. Do we trace circles or just draw circles? I'm going to trace them. I have all kinds of stuff to trace. Maybe.
If Kim's going to trace circles, I'm going to trace circles.
I have a 2-inch square to trace circles on, so I need smaller circles. And always remember, guys, that if you go off like so that it's not quite on your paper, it's much more interesting. Like if it's hanging off the edge. Well,
Okay, I'll go off the page.
Jean's using a circle thing. Huh. Well, I'm tracing them this way.
Well, this is just as easy, and this has them all here together.
It does. So I'm just going to start by doing a couple of big ones off the page.
Circles are probably my favorite.
Okay, Teresa. You need to do that. That's an important thing to get done.
Oh, okay, baby. Good luck.
So I've got big ones. Now I think I'll just do one complete big one of this that I just put on my edges. So that's my start for this. Now I want a smaller circle to do some fill-in stuff. Look, I have a piece of paper. I have a piece of paper from reinforcements, from a roll of reinforcements. I'm going to see if I can add these little carefully. Oh, look, that's fun.
This is my favorite way to use a stencil and doodles. After I've drawn circles, I like to do my lines. And sometimes I will do lines like this with the stencil and not even draw the outline and just let it be.
Oh, that's a cool idea.
I do this a lot.
That's good.
I think I got a leaky pen.
Uh-oh. How are you guys in the audience doing? Hey, Wonderstar Art, welcome. We are doing doodle cards today. So Beth is doing hers in a book, and she has offered to send um,
Copies
copies
or
to us,
photos.
photocopies to us, or images. Jean is doing hers on little index cards. Well, they're not index cards. They're about the size of business cards, blank business cards. And I'm doing mine in 2-inch squares as well because I have a deck of playing cards I'm going to put them on. And Beth has about 70 of them.
Yep.
So we are just now making some random doodles. We're using circles. We're starting off with circles. And what these cards are so that we have reminders of how we would like to doodle on our art pages, on our journals, or if we're filling in something. Do I have
Zen
enough?
angles.
Yeah. Guys, don't. Hey, nice to see you. We are making doodle cards. So, do you guys think I have enough small dots in there, small circles, or can I add a couple more? Do you think?
You need one more on the right and on that half circle over there.
Okay. Okay. How about if I do it so it's going off the page like that one? I think
You
that's a
could.
good idea. And I think I need one down here. And then another one going off the page over here. I think that would be lovely. There we go. Better?
Better.
Better. All right. So now this is going to be my experiment because I want to glue it onto these playing cards. I'm going to glue one on the front and one on the back. So I've got, you know, it's just
Double
regular.
sided.
Hi, Carol. Welcome. Did you realize that our Halloween is on Thanksgiving? So Halloween is where you get to do a zine, a meander book, pictures, bookmarks, whatever you would like to do. We're basically doing zines for Halloween, and it's your choice. You can talk to Miriam about booking space for that day, or you can join Miriam or I, and I'm thinking Carol as well. Um, we will have open studios so that you can join us on our streams. Okay, we're going to hope that that stays like that on the card. Okay, I have one done, guys. I have one done. And you know what? If you look at Jean's and you look at Beth's, we're all different. They're all different.
Isn't that amazing?
I love it. I think this is why we do this kind of thing, is so that you guys can see that there isn't just one way to do things. All right, I have one card done.
It's imaginations.
It is. All right. So you guys are using markers and filling stuff in.
I'm using a Sharpie.
Well,
But I'm also using mixed media paper, and it is not going through too bad.
I'm doing it on copy
So
paper.
I don't know if mine's going through or not. Nope. It's not drying very fast, though.
Oh, is it a bit of a glossy paper?
Yeah, I didn't realize it. Maybe the other side isn't. I'll have to look.
Okay, so now I'm just going to do some freehand ones and color in the back like these guys did. Maybe. We'll see.
I'm looking through my doodles, my doodle cards for circles,
Well,
for ideas.
mine are kind of circles.
But then you know that I'm not going to sit just and draw circles. I'm going to have to do something else too then. So that's
Yep.
that's why mine went a little different.
I did that one, and I did that one.
I think these are
Ooh,
just
that's a good one.
middle.
My theory on doodles is you've got to have dark with the light. That just makes everything pop.
Yeah. I'm going to call that one done as well. I'm just doing this so I have ideas. I can look at it and I can adapt it to whatever when I finally get to doing it, right?
At this rate, I'm going to have two this just today.
Yeah. And mine does go through because I'm just using copy paper. Beth, did you put some sort of a sealant on yours so that
No, my book is done with ink or felt tip pens,
yeah,
permanent ink, and then the copy papers are just copies.
right.
Black ink. So
Yeah.
there's no smearage. I haven't got it. I'm sure that if I were to drop water on here, it would run because it's just printer's ink. I
Yeah.
don't know that it is archivable or not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Sometimes I have seen people take things that they've printed and tea dye them, and they smear just a little bit, but not
yeah.
enough and it's really cool.
Yeah,
Well, tea dye would be one thing, but I'm not sure that.
that's a cute one with circles.
Oh, that is.
They're
It is.
jacks.
They are jacks.
That brought back memories. Now here's the opposite of this one.
Yes.
That's cool.
I know. I was saying, when you start writing in your book, you have the option to look at everything and pull from those. And I think that's how I got so many, because I they were all here under one that I could see.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, I started out with the X. This was just an X, and then I divided the X, and then I divided the X again. And then I did lines. So I did horizontal and vertical and diagonal lines, and then I filled in the line in between the lines.
Nice.
And these are all four circles. So you just start, your mind goes and you go where your mind goes.
We don't
Oh
want to go where
Lordy.
mine goes.
Go go with the mind,
No, no, no.
imagination. And then I started. I was watching Mary Altier, and her she would get her doodles from the libraries, and she would go back and use Chinese drawings and Egypt drawings, and it was very interesting. She would get some unusual drawings, and I can remember doing some ACT cards with her, and I've got them somewhere, but I don't know where they are today. But she would do ancient doodles. Ancient.
So I just traced the lid, and wherever it joined, I put a dot. And again, I'm still not sure that this is going to actually stick to these playing cards, but we're going to give it a whirl. See what happens. I didn't sand them or prepare them in any way. I pulled them out of the drawer. And I looked to see if it was a full deck, and I'm not playing with the full deck because there's one missing.
Well,
But we
we
know.
kind of knew that, Kim.
We know. Yeah, I was going to say, you guys know anyway. Woman is not playing with a full deck. But I have two jokers, so it makes up for it.
Woohoo!
So I have three because I am just doodling. Okay. Are we changing from circles? No, Jean's still circling. Oh, see? There are those kinds of circles too, where you have, I'm going to use a thinner pen for that. We have an inside circle, and then you could do a dot in the middle and do an outside circle. Oh, I like those. Ancient doodles. Yeah, Beth said ancient doodles. Mary Atelier was doing ancient doodles, Beth said.
She'd go to the Congress Library, the archives, and she would get. They were so old that they didn't have any more copyrights on them, so she could doodle a little bit off of them. She was real big about that.
That's cool. These remind me of buttons. I should have put two holes in them or set dots in the middle.
Oh, buttons would be
Well,
cute.
there's my first one. I'm going to leave it like this, but
I like it.
every time I pick it up, I'll probably fill a circle with something.
That looks good, Jean. That is
Yeah.
that's a real doodle. My doodles are for beginners. You're more of a Zentangler,
Oh,
which
I
is
have
good.
been doodling since I was in junior high, I think. And I have some of my doodles from that long ago. And I had an uncle who was paralyzed from the waist down, and drawing is what he did. And he showed me a lot of secrets back then that I still hold on to. Um,
Aw.
I don't know who's heard this story. I've probably told it, and everybody has already heard it. But um, my first office job, I was fresh out of high school before I was married. I've been married for 44 years, so that gives you an idea. It's been a while. And one day I came back from lunch, and a sheet that I had been doodling on was shredded up, sitting at my seat. And I asked what was going on, and I was told to go talk to somebody else about it. And I did, and she says, "You don't do that on company time." I said, "This was done on my breaks or my lunch hours." I said, "This is a lot of work in little bitty increments. I said, it's never been on company time. And it was devastating.
Yeah.
Now, that was before marriage. So at least, well, probably 45 years ago. I didn't pick doodling back up until we moved to Hobbs, and we've
Mm,
been here 17 years. So that's how traumatic that was for me.
yeah, I
And
believe.
so now it's like, if you don't like it and you don't like how I'm spending my time, well, you know where you can go with that. And that's my theory. I don't care.
And you know what? That was very, very petty of her to bring that up and look and search for different things to cause trouble. She's a troublemaker,
Yep.
and she's not going to find anybody that'll want to work with her.
Hey, Steph, nice to see you, hun. We are doing doodles today, and I've done 3 little doodle cards. That one's hard to see because I'm just using pen for some and marker for others. And Beth has been kind enough to say that she would send us copies of hers.
This is something when I have taught doodling classes that I like to share too. These index cards are graphs.
Wow, I like
Now,
graphics.
granted, I don't know how these are considered index cards anymore. Look at how floppy they are.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when the index card was an index card.
Yeah.
Anyway, when you're doodling and you're trying to teach yourself a different pattern or come up with a different pattern, the grid is a lot of fun to work on because you can come up with designs
And they're
just by
symmetrical.
using the lines. And then, you can take it from there. You can get your basic lines and then put curves on them. And yeah, so I don't know. I do this a lot too. I love to doodle, period. But I like to do it on lined paper.
I used
Or
to do a lot of stuff on lined paper. And I used to do I have lots of doodles, like just black and white doodles, but they're like whole sheets that I use for backgrounds. I just scan them in and use them.
yeah,
Like I've got
I don't like the feel of that paper at all.
this one, this one. I like doodling on book pages. It's the same thing with the lines, right? Like you can see where I've got my lines from the text on it.
Yeah.
But I did a lot of grid work and
Dog alert.
dog alert. You got some mail, or is it Joe home?
They only bark at Joe.
Oh,
It's crazy. It's a habit. I tried to get him to, if he would just call their names before he walked in the door or whistle,
yeah,
so that they know it's him, then they probably won't bark. But it's not a bark. It's like, Daddy's home.
yeah. Greeting. Yeah, Belinda, I like to work small when I doodle. I admit it. I admit it.
You were talking about full sheets. This one I've had forever. I don't know how long I've had it. And it's even yellowed in places.
Yeah. See, I've got some like that too, Jean. Yes. Yes.
Thanks, everybody. I'm over it now, but I do like to tell the story because I think it's a learning story for some people.
Mhm.
And this one is kind of old too.
That's lovely as well.
I love to doodle where I just keep
You are
adding
an
and
expert. I've never done anything like that.
well, thank you.
It's very, 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 very pretty. You could have it.
I like it.
You should put all your doodles and make a book, and you could sell it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep, pretty sure.
But then I'd have to find somebody to buy it.
We would. There's 17 of us here. You've already sold 17.
There you go. So are we still doing circles or have we switched to something new?
I'm still doing circles.
I've got two more to do. I've done quite a few.
I guess I get a little bit into it, don't I? I have one.
That's okay.
Yeah, but your one really is several designs. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, there is a shinier side. I'll have to remember that. I hope
Yeah.
the not shiny side doesn't um, bleed. Okay, let's do another circle.
Anybody doodling along with us? Belinda sent you a message with her address, Jean.
Thank. Oh, Beth. Okay. Thank you, Melinda.
Belinda, your journal's in the mail. Speaking of journals, hey guys, I was away Tuesday. I apologized. I had a loose filling that I needed to get looked at
Ooh.
as my mouth was sore. So that's why I wasn't here Tuesday, but we have to do the draw for this little puppy today. This was our,
You're gonna give away?
yeah, yeah. I give what I do, Beth, is I work on a journal throughout the month, like whatever we're playing with, I add to a little, mini journal kind of thing. It's like a signature, but I call it a journal. Um, and then, of course, I've added all kinds of other stuff, and there's pockets, but I don't fill those in because I think it should be a surprise for whoever wins. Um, but I always do it on the last Tuesday of the month. But since I wasn't here, we'll have to do the draw for this little puppy today.
Woohoo!
I'm not entering.
Okay,
I don't want a journal from you.
fine.
I already have one.
I know. You're very lucky when we do draws, Jean. You seem to win often.
Yeah,
Good.
except I can't win the lottery.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I feel the same way.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
I always ask my husband if we win the lottery, can I get a new craft room? And he says, no, you can have a new craft house.
Yeah. Isn't that lovely? He knows.
Uh-huh.
He knows. Ron would be the same way. Yeah, somewhere in another town, province.
I said, I don't care if, it can be beside the house or whatever, but just make sure it's got a covered path so that I can go over there to craft in my jammies.
Oh,
A little archway. You need a little what do they call it? Breezeways from
yeah,
one place to the garage. Little breezeway.
I would go across in my jammies. I go out in my jammies all the time. The
But
neighbors
you
are
live
used
in
to
the
seeing me
country.
out in my jammies.
You don't have any neighbors.
I do have neighbors. Our lot is only 100 feet wide. I've got neighbors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the young couple next door probably look askance, but the other neighbors that have been here for years just They'll talk to me when I'm in my jammies. It's the way it
See,
is.
my actual dream house is to buy like a whole section of land.
Yes.
And then I'm going to build a house for one child over here and the other one over here. And then me over here.
Yeah.
And then it's going to have a covered pathway. I want trees so nobody has to see what's going on at the other person's house.
Yeah.
But I want a covered pathway from both houses to mine. And I want them heated, air conditioned, roofed, and safe so that my grandkids can come over anytime they want to.
Nice. Well, my dream was always to have a big piece of property with bush and pathways through the bush so that when you go through the pathway, you would come across a garden, like a Zen garden with, the sand and the pebbles and one flower. And then you go more past through the pathway and you would come to a rock garden. And I would also, so that it would be like an artist's retreat, so that wherever you went, there was either something to photograph or draw or whatever, and then have a big barn sized building where people could use it. They could go in and take a corner and use it as a studio. It would have a kiln, like have everything that artists would need to play with. That's
That
always
sounds amazing.
and then also on like the other half of the property would be little tiny home kind of things so that people could stay. But I've never won the lottery, and
I've always wanted a B&B on the beach for my friends to come. But I made it to the beach, but I just don't have the B&B yet.
well, there was a little hotel in a small town, a bit of a distance from here, but still, it was this little old hotel, and it had 7 suites or bedroom kind of things in it. And I said to Ron, wouldn't that make a great artist retreat? We should get that. And he just said, we're too old.
I know that's the way I feel about the B&B.
Yeah.
I'd have to hire some people to do it for me because
Yes.
there's no way I could make up beds.
Yeah.
Oh, not with my back now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about myself getting like 2 queen size sets of sheets and sewing them together so that it could just hang over the edges and I wouldn't have to make the bed.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. We got a new mattress about a year ago, and that thing is so heavy. Even lifting up the corner to get the fitted mattress on there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We've got one like that, and I can't make the bed. I can't pull the cover up, the corner up to get the bed tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always have to get Ron to help me with artists as well now. Sheesh. Gorgeous 5 bedroom house, large barn, and 5 acres. Oh, that's awesome. And sold before you could bid. Isn't that just a kicker? See, I found a place. Ron was still working, and it would have been way too far for him to drive. It was 80 acres. It had a barn, it had a big house. It was backed on to like crown land, so nobody could build around us, kind of thing. But it was way too far for him to drive into work still. So that was a kibosh for us. Oh, that the contract falls through? Yeah, I don't blame you for hoping that. Don't blame you at all. Nope. My eldest grandson and his partner were here for supper yesterday, and they're looking for a piece of property. And I told them about the hotel, and they're going like, "Well, why didn't you mention it to us?" And it's like, "Well, I didn't know you were looking for someplace to live and create a business and whatever. Nobody tells me anything, and I'm not true." So now I know that if I come across something like that again, I can mention it to them.
Okay, what are we doing next?
I don't know.
I did all my circles.
Coloring.
I did I did 10 circles.
Oh, nice. I'm doing a circle square thing.
Circles and squares.
Well,
Okay.
I am doing a. This is one of my favorite ways to do like a whole page of doodles, where you've got circles with a different kind of grid pattern on it, so it stands out from the background checkerboards.
Oh,
Does
gotcha.
that make
I
sense?
got some of those. I got one of those. Let's see.
So I figured I would color while we were chatting because you know how we get on tangents.
Checkerboards. Mm-hmm. No, I don't have one like that. Unless it's unless it's that. That's the only checkerboard I've got.
I like putting things like hearts or something in the middle of the page, and then do the lines for the checkerboard around it, so that it stands out. It's just me.
Well, it didn't turn out the way I wanted, but it'll do.
That'll do, pig.
That's cute.
Very nice.
I
Wow.
just can't leave very much white space. I think that's just
Yeah, I'm not a big white space fan either, but when it comes to doodles, I happen to leave a lot of white space. Strange.
I prefer black and white too. I don't doodle in color very well.
No, no, I certainly do not.
Let me see your card again, Kim.
It's just that.
I got one circle.
Okay, so I've got one circle. Like if I was doing a whole page, I would have four or five and different
Okay.
sizes.
It's touching the sides. Okay. That's all right. Mine's off the board, but that's all right. It'll work.
And so then I just do the lines for a checkerboard,
Mm-hmm.
not in the circle. I do a different checkerboard inside the circle, so it's
Yeah,
kind of
do
a
a different
wavy
design.
line.
A curvy one there.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. We'll try it.
Kind of gives it a 3D-ish kind of effect, or it does in my brain. Yeah,
It's an eyeball bender.
yeah. Anybody in the audience playing along, doodling and making cards? I would love to see what you've come up with. If you want to share it and meet your creativity, I would love to see them. What I would.
Anne said she's still clearing off the desk. She hasn't gotten there
Oh,
yet.
you know what? I was clearing off my desk earlier today too, because I'm really fixated on those journal pages, or I don't know what the book's going to be when it's done. Just don't know. But I am using an old deck of playing cards to glue these onto. If anybody else is, if anybody's wondering, Jean is using business cards, and Beth is doing it in her journal, and then she will be taking pictures or photocopying it and putting hers on cards. Oh crap.
You know something that repetitive doodling does for you? It helps you learn to draw straighter lines and better free form circles too.
It does.
I mean, yes, I've been using a stencil, but I had a plan and all my lines on here of this one I'm doing
Well, I like it.
is all freehand. So
Yeah. Wow, and that is interesting. Anne said that she learned yesterday that strokes can cause or enhance. I'm using enhance. I can't pronounce that today. ADD. And she goes, yes, it can, and I can tell you so. Well, then all I can say is I better not ever have a stroke because Lord help us all.
yeah.
You think I rabbit hole and squirrel now? Could you imagine? I can't even imagine. I don't even want to imagine. We're very quiet.
Getting quiet. I have to concentrate when I'm doing these kind of patterns, or I'll mess it up.
Oh, I know. So often it's like that was supposed to have been black or that's supposed to have been white. So then I see how I can possibly fix it. Yeah, yeah. Who's got wonderful plans for the weekend?
Me.
Yay!
What are you
Oh,
going to do?
We're gonna go see grandbabies.
nice,
Well, there you go.
nice. Is it the last weekend of the month? So there's no Sunday stream, right? Yes, no Sunday stream this week. I'm correct, right?
You want to know the weirdest thing? We're going to go watch my oldest granddaughter cheer for her football team. Um, she's just in 5th grade.
Okay.
And she's
My
going to
son,
care. What's she going to do?
she's cheering.
Oh, cheering.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Um, I my son asked us if we were coming yesterday. He needed his dad to bring a tool over, and I don't know. And I said, "Well, give me where is it at her school?" And he says, "No, it's in Midland." And I said, "Oh, okay." And he pin dropped the place, and um, he says, "Oh yeah, they have a clear bag policy, which means I'm not carrying in my purse
Yeah.
because I don't own a clear bag."
Well, you got a
And
baggie. If you want to carry something in, use a baggie.
I should get a baggie and put a chain on it. Buck the system there.
Put your put some cookies in there.
Yeah. And well, I do have a little strap thing to do my cell phone and my money, so I could do that. And he says, and it costs $5 to get in. And I'm like, you're kidding me. And he says, I know, Mom. And I was like, that's not like when y'all were playing football and stuff. He says, I know. I said, so I got to pay $5 and I have to bring my own damn chair? And he said, yes. So I'm anxious to see what this facility is.
Yeah.
But kids, uh, the games and everything that they do, everything's more expensive. Even the proms. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
I made my own dress when I went to prom. I didn't have to buy a $300 dress. I paid $20 for it,
Yeah.
and then I would wear it again next year, and mother would just change the ribbon on it. You know, it's like, okay, brand new dress. It still fit, and it was cute. And I wore it again.
But I don't know where this throwaway generation, like how this evolved. I don't understand that. Where
Yeah.
everything has to be top notch. Like,
My ninth grade dress for ninth grade, whatever we had. I don't know.
Yep. I made
My
that one in home ec.
mom made that one out of purple dotted Swiss.
Yeah.
I can remember it vividly. I loved it. It was the best thing ever. And I didn't go to my junior prom, but my senior prom, we bought a dress, and you know, it was J.C. Penney's.
Yeah.
We didn't go to no fancy places, you know.
Sears. Yeah. Yeah.
And in fact, my wedding dress was like $350, not counting the veil.
Yeah.
And
Me
that's pretty
too.
reasonable.
Mine was 25.
And then Daddy sold it at a secondhand store for $150. So he got some money back on him on my dress.
My dress is in several different projects I've made.
Mine
Yeah.
is Rosita
Yeah.
Jack.
That was before crafting started. For
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, well, I saved it for a long time. And then, the older I got and the older my daughter got, I'm like, that's just too ugly. She's not going to wear that. I actually had my mom's wedding dress for a long time, and she says, "Are you not going to cut it up and use it?" I'm like, "Okay, I will."
Exactly, Anne. The average prom budget. Wow. I don't know if you guys are reading chat. I can read it.
Wow.
Today, some kids spend more on prom than we spent on our weddings. When we lived in Fairfax, the average prom budget was $4,000. Totally absurd. Totally. I agree.
I really agree with that. I don't know for sure what my wedding cost. I mean, it seemed high. I wasn't working or anything. Well, no, I guess I was working. What am I thinking? I mean, we had our rehearsal dinner at a buffet in town, and I didn't have a dance. I had the reception. I know my cake wasn't crazy expensive. My mom and I did the flowers.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I don't think it was very expensive at all. Now that I think about it, I'd like to know how much it really cost.
Well, mine didn't really cost much of anything. I got married in my sister's house. So we did have to pay the minister, but she was probably pretty reasonable. And we did the food. A friend of my mom's did me a really fancy 3-tier cake. I just picked up a fancier kind, well, not even fancier kind of dress at a local store for about $32, I think it was, 32, 34, somewhere in around there. We did the flowers. I used roses from my mom's garden. And that was it. Like, it was very small. We were, you know, very happy. And we got married on a Thursday because it was Ron's day off.
I do remember that at our wedding, y'all have to watch me really close here, okay? Because when he said you could kiss the bride, here's our kiss.
Wow.
Did you see? Then, as we walked out, when you walked out of the chapel area, there was this great big archway coming out. And that's when he grabbed me and gave me a real kiss. We got pictures of that one.
Nice.
He was meaning it that time.
He was so nervous. He actually put my ring on the wrong hand.
Ron was drunk. Well, because the day of our wedding, his brother was supposed to be the best man, but his brother had to work because it was a Thursday. So we had to find somebody else to be the best man. And because we weren't having any friends at the wedding, when he asked his friend to be the best man, because he had to find somebody that would fit into the tux that would have been his brother, like his brother was wearing. So he only had like one friend that would kind of fit, right? So he asked the friend, and the friend just thought he was being invited. So he says, "All right, let's have a drink." So then Round goes, "No, I mean that you're going to be our best man." And so they finished a whole bottle of whiskey before the wedding. So it was a very interesting. It was interesting.
But that happens a lot,
Yeah, yeah.
and it has to do with the best man's doing it.
Oh yeah, it was. It was definitely the best man's doing it for sure. Okay, Anne was going to make her own wedding gown until her mom and she went to a fancy boutique to try on styles. She wanted to wear her mom's aged pearl tiara type piece. All dresses had white pearls. Ah. Hey, Debbie, welcome, welcome. We are doodling today and we are making doodle cards. So we're just kind of chatting and doodling and hoping people are playing along with us. So Anne said, French boutique owner kept muttering to herself about pearls. She finally brought out a dress that I wouldn't want because it had been in several fashion shows. Like Anne Carriage, she says. She finally brought it out all lace with aged pearls on bodice. The price tag was several thousand, but because it was last season and had been shown, she paid $80. Excellent.
Woohoo!
Absolutely excellent.
I think mine was a clearance dress too.
I didn't want a big froofy anything. I'm not that kind of a person. I wanted to get married in denim, actually.
Denim.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
did.
thought she was a burlap girl.
Now, Joe, be nice.
Yeah. Roll,
and,
roll.
and she altered it for her too. Oh, that's incredible. That's awesome, Anne.
Yeah. That means expensive.
She
You
paid
use those
80.
big
It was
words.
an $80,000 dress, and she paid $80 for it.
Oh, well, that's my kind of girl.
Last season girl. That's why I'm a last season girl too. I would go for that.
Me too. My favorite shoes that I used to wear all the time are like $169 a pair. They're really good arch support and all that. And I never bought them on season because I could get them off season for like $49. My son, he was my in style, in season kid. My daughter, she learned really quick that if she could either spend $40 on a one shirt with a name brand, or she could go somewhere like Walmart or Kmart
Get
and
twice as
buy
much. Yeah.
10 shirt or four shirts for the same $40.
That's the way my mother taught us. You can have A or you can have lots of B's.
Yep.
We were taught that. Do you all remember a Robert Hall's
No,
clothing store?
no.
No.
Robert Hall's.
That
It
was
must have been just a local,
close.
a one person name or something. I don't think it was worldwide or statewide. But we had a Robert Hall's, and he had like seconds. They weren't the first choices of the stores, but they were always seconds. And it was like the hem didn't get sewed all the way or something easy, and we would always go in there and find all kinds of clothes.
Hmm.
That was our big after school splurge because
Yeah.
mother was a teacher. Robert Halls.
And she said,
Anne said her dress was very slender with a long train, but it was so tight she couldn't turn around and throw her bouquet. And Anne said her grandmother taught her about clearance racks when she was 6. Yeah, my mom was great for clearance racks. My mom would buy anything purple or green if it was on sale. She once bought me a shirt, and the sleeves were so long, I thought it was actually a straight jacket. Because seriously, you could tie them around my back.
We used to joke about my daughter that you could give her $20. Send her to Six Flags with a ticket and $20, and she can come back with souvenirs for everybody and had a drink on that.
Nice.
I mean, she could stretch her money. Now she's kind of frivolous with it, but that's their money, not mine.
Well, she was. Somebody had to teach her that now.
Her
Yeah,
husband,
Yeah.
Oh,
Debbie said she was married in red jean outfit. No big wedding, but the preacher house. At the preacher house. Yeah, it could. And more than likely. Okay, Carol, take care.
the only reason we got married instead of living together is because we didn't have a TV, and that's what my mom was going to give us for a wedding present. When we asked her if we could get it if we just lived together, she said no. So we got married for a TV.
We lived together for a long time before we got married. 2.5 years. Anne's dad told her she turned dollars into elastic. Cool, cool. Wow, Beth has a bazillion done. She's on lines already.
I got bored.
Yeah, I was doing lines too.
I just started pulling cards.
I'm using
we're
a
gonna color them and then cut 'em.
marker.
Uh, well, originally I made copies of mine, and then I cut them apart and I put them on these cards.
Where the hell did this come from?
And Jean is using some cards that she found in her room, and she's doodling on those. And Kim is she's she she cut her cards already up, her little cards up.
I just cut the papers into 2-inch squares, is what I did, because they're going to go on playing cards. That's all.
That's right.
Papers and squares and
Yeah,
balloons and circles.
lines and circles.
Oh,
And
balloons! That would be cute.
There's not enough difference in my circle there.
yeah, my circles kind of blendy in also for some reason.
That's all right. It just looks like, my checkerboard had a hiccup.
Yeah,
That's okay. I like it. Are we going to do some lines now?
Yep.
yeah.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what I watched a video on yesterday. But when I did it,
Well, that's
following the video, I used just a regular ballpoint pen because the lazy crafter in me, I should rename my channel Lazy Crafter. Um,
cute. Okay.
I
I
mean,
was
I love that.
I like that a lot.
That's
Two
fun.
lines together and two lines apart.
You know,
It's like together and apart, together and
A
apart.
plaid.
It is. It's a plaid, a black and white plaid.
Cool.
it's a torture chamber for a mosquito.
What were you watching yesterday, Jean?
Well, I signed up for Sketchbook Revival. It's like, I don't know how many classes it is, but I was too lazy to get up and get a pen, so I just used a ballpoint pen. But I really liked what she did
Hmm.
as far as her little, she called it slow drawing. Another one of those things that we've all done forever, and now
It's got
somebody's
a
putting a
new
different,
name.
huh?
It's just got a new name.
Yeah, like slow stitching. And
Uh,
I mean, to me, even Zentangling is,
Mr.
That's a good
Dooley.
one, Glenda. an advanced bingo card. Make you dizzy.
You've been married for 41 years, Debbie? That's a good long time. I was just saying that on Sunday, actually, that's the day that I started dating Ron, and we've been together for 49 years.
Yay!
Wow, that's
We're
nice.
old. Yeah, I like that doodle. Two lines together and one line apart.
Now this one doesn't look as random. I like the. I kind of didn't do it real good. I didn't use a ruler,
Okay.
and now I'm doing better with my lines, so it doesn't look as good as the first one. It looks like this, and I like the 2017 model.
You know,
Yeah.
but we had more patience back then. Okay, maybe not more
Didn't know
patience,
what I
but
was
we
doing
had
back
better
then.
hand-eye control.
You cheated and you used the ruler. That's why they were
No,
straight.
I didn't. I didn't use the ruler on either one, but I'm better at doing lines now, like Jean says.
Horizons
Yeah, I'm better at doing.
or empathy. Empathy.
You said something about Sunday. You guys have been together for how long, or was it Was it Sunday?
Yeah, 49 years.
49.
Yeah, from when
She
we
was
first
a
started
child
dating.
bride. She was a child bride.
Was not. I was 20. He was 19.
So, um, hmm,
I mean, it's not our wedding anniversary. It's just when we first started.
yeah, mine is a week from Thursday. This It's next Thursday, and
Oh,
it'll be 45. We met in October, decided we were getting married in November or December, and told our families. I got my wedding ring for Valentine's Day, and we were married in July. Knew
nice.
each other less than a year.
Awesome. Well, Ron and I pretty much moved in when we first met.
You hussy.
I yeah.
It's crazy. Nowadays you can't take those chances, it seems like.
No, no.
But
Actually,
nowadays,
both of my kids got lucky with their spouses being pretty much spot on right away.
Yeah.
It's just that they both had to decide to get married the same year.
Did my kids get married the same year? No. No. Wait. I can't remember. I mean, my younger daughter has been married 17 years. That's a heck of a long time for, that generation. Let's see.
Yeah. Both of mine got married in 2008.
I think that's when
2008.
my older daughter got married. It was 2008, I'm pretty sure. No, no, no. I don't even know. Isn't that bad? Debbie wants to know if you still have your TV. Oh, thanks, Janet.
Is it,
No, we don't.
this is TV still work?
I don't think so. It was a 12-inch black and white TV.
Wow. I had one of those. Showing our age here, ladies. We're showing our age.
Did it have a little radio antenna?
Mine,
Yes, it did.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we had to get up and change channels too.
Yeah,
That wasn't until we had kids.
And then you didn't see it after that much anyway.
Yeah.
We went to down in Orlando, Disney, and they tried to sell me a condo. And in reference to the condo, I got about a 8-inch TV, black and white, and it was cool. Had a radio and all that in it.
very cool.
I'm trying to think of what year it was.
We were talking about that yesterday at dinner, how um, because my grandson has to go to a certain gas company for his gas card for work. And so Ron asked him, do they still give out glasses or dishes when you go? And my grandson looked at him like he was on glue.
You
And
say they did?
no, they don't. Those giveaway things that we used to get,
Oh,
remember,
at the bank always gave you stuff.
they don't do that kind of thing anymore, do they? Like,
No,
No.
I got a can opener and one of those Pyrex dishes, and I used them for a long. Well, I used them because I didn't have that much stuff
yeah,
that long time ago.
I still have the Corningware dishes that I got as wedding present. Not all of them, but I have a lot of them.
I still have some stuff from my wedding too.
And
And
my pots and pans I bought from not really a traveling door to door salesman, but kind of.
yeah,
And I'm still using those.
awesome. I'm on my third set of pots. I'm kind of rough on my pots.
I had my original china, and it was breakfastware. It wasn't chinaware. It was more breakfasty, which is more. And I use it. I use it for Thanksgiving whenever I cook
Oh,
for
nice.
Thanksgiving.
For sure.
But I cook it. Now these are antique glasses.
Those glasses, there in Marathon.
That is supposed to be a gas
Yeah, like a
thing.
flame from a torch kind of thing.
It's etched on there, but it's supposed
Okay,
to be a gasoline pump,
okay,
and they're from Marathon
Ashland Oil.
Ashland Oil, which is no longer around. And
yeah.
these glasses I got at a yard sale for 50 cents a piece, but they're brittle and they break very easily. So I don't have all of them anymore.
And this one
I
here,
remember a gas station we used to get these white coffee mugs that had the base and then they were all frilly coming up and then there was the mug and it had like the Eiffel Tower and the Leaning Tower of Pisa and big monument type things on them,
wow.
all in black and white. I remember those. My mom had those.
Huh.
This one right here with the green on it. This one here was um, was made specifically for this company that a friend of mine, his uncle owned a
Soda fountain.
soda fountain shop, and this was what they put the ice cream in and stuff, and
Cool.
all cool. Yeah, and this was back in the 30s and 40s, and I got lucky, and he was moving out because his uncle was passed away, and I got a whole box of them about that's before we got married.
I think it was.
But
Cool.
they're just like a Coca-Cola, but they've got a different description on them.
Yeah.
It says, enjoy Ford's Cola, and it's spelled Kola.
Awesome.
Mountain Breeze. But
Very
down these little white ones here, this white straight lace, I got those from Ashland.
Joe's a collector of
I'm a
sorts.
collector of all sorts of junk
Sorts.
and very expensive things
Ah,
that walk on this wonderful earth.
Yeah, he collected me.
that's right. That's right. Welcome, Margaret. Nice to see you. Welcome, Dorothea. Nice to see you. Brenda, are you here? Oh, Belinda. Okay, I was wondering, did I miss Brenda? Nice to see you guys. Welcome. We are doing, yeah, theaters gave away dishes and pans too. Yes, all that stopped. It makes me crazy. Where's the customer service gone? It's non-existent. Um, Today we are making doodle cards so that when we're doodling, we can pull a card for inspiration or whatever. Beth is doing hers on book pages, then she photocopies it and cuts them out and puts it on cards. Jean is doing hers on business cards, and I am doing mine on 2 by 2 inch pieces of paper so I can glue them onto playing cards. So, welcome. We are just playing around here today.
Mostly we're just chit chatting.
Yeah, mostly we're just chit chatting.
We're just catching up on stuff.
Yep. Gossiping about getting older and things that we remember, our weddings, that kind of stuff.
You name it.
That's right. And I haven't seen that for a long time. You've got blueberry dishes from a grocery store? Wow. Wow. Yeah.
My our grocery store here, Albertsons, has specials every once in a while where you can save coupons and get their dishes. That's where my stoneware that I use is the Rachel Ray stoneware. It was pretty funny. Gary says, "What color do you want?" And I said, "Why can't we have them all?" "No, you can't have multicolors. You got to pick one." I
Oh,
said, "Well, then don't save for them because I want two of each color. That's my 8-piece set that I want."
yeah.
And I won, of course.
Yeah. Well, I had a friend who's, they grew up not well off at all. And her mom would go and buy at a secondhand store one place setting of china, every child that she had, so that she would get the bowl, the saucer, the cup, whatever, complete set of china. And every child had their own set. So on Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, they always had their own place settings.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So, when you're saying it all has to be the same, that's what tweaked that. You got too many sets of dishes? I have two. One was my mom's set of dishes, and neither of my daughters wants it. So I think it's going to end up at the self help. And I have my Corel because kids break things.
because it's great and it don't break.
That's right.
Well, I had my grandmother's blue rose. I had a set of four, a place setting of her china. When she passed, it was blue roses. And when I married Joe, I discovered that he had the same set of china in his cupboard.
Oh,
Only he had a set of eight. Oh, the difference was is I had the teacups and he had coffee cups.
okay.
And
Cool.
the teacups are smaller than the coffee cups.
Yeah.
So that was a fun little trivia there.
Goldie's favorite pan is one she got when she changed banks 5 years ago. So that's 5 years. Like, I mean, so it's been at least 5 years that people, companies are doing the giveaways for sure. 10 things you could choose from. Cool.
Hey Kim, I got something for taking care of your bacon grease.
Oh yeah, he's got a real bacon grease.
Oh, that's cool.
Is
Over
it
there, that's cool.
is it clean?
Yeah.
It's got a strainer, so when you pour your bacon in, the grease goes to the bottom and the crumbs go up here
Nice.
for your fried
I
potatoes.
think that's a 1920 something.
He was trying to use it. The lid is crackled.
Yeah.
It looks like a uh
Crazed or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. Look at that, and it's plastic.
That's
And
an
then
oldie
got
but
one
goodie.
more. He wants to show you his
This
RC bottle.
look
Oh,
This is
RC cola.
RC
Royal
Cola.
Crown.
Do they still make RC Cola?
No,
Oh no, that's a Royal Crown cola.
and
Yeah.
he probably got it out of the ground somewhere because it looks like it's been roughed up.
No,
Yeah.
it's
I think we have an RC bottle out in the man cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and Krill absolutely explodes if it breaks. You're right.
oh, we've been for some reason we've been collecting small bottles, the little ones that are in the ground that are like the doctor bottles, the
The
pharmacy
potion
bottles,
Yeah,
pharmacy.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
little square looking. I got a whole windowsill full of them.
Joe wants to join in. We're going to let him join.
I got to go. The flea market just opened up.
He's my sidekick, if you hadn't noticed.
You're going to the flea market?
He loves to go to the flea
Oh,
market.
I just
I used to too, but I've stopped collecting stuff. Oh, you can still get RC cola in some areas. You can get it at your Walmart. That's cool.
ooh, yeah, that would be.
Oh, that's cool, Steph. Her sister has a neat bottle collection that she's found here and there in the ground for years.
You got any little 7 Up green bottles?
No.
I got some of them. I'll show you one maybe here.
Cool.
Got to go down a dungeon.
That's okay, Joe. You're fine. He loves to show his stuff.
Well, that's just it, right? Because if you're a collector, you like to find people who can appreciate
Yeah.
and love it as much as you do, right?
He's got a lot of old old things.
When I was working at the museum, while I was because I was selling there, we had to work there one day a week, um, and it kind of whatever. We all took turns working there, but I would look at this stuff on the shelves and go, I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got that, and I remember using this kind of washing machine, or
Yeah, yeah.
it's like I don't feel that I'm old enough to have used stuff that's in a museum. Hamish
Well,
but seriously, we do use stuff that.
Like the meat grinders that you hook on your cabinet, and
I've
yeah.
got one,
I still got one. Ooh,
and
I
I
like
have a
that. I like, you know what, Beth? Like when you put it just like that, you can see parts of it, and it looks like one big doodle, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. That is fun.
I brought in out a room.
And exactly. Wow, Beth, you've done that whole page already. I've done
Well, it's
six.
okay. It's not a race.
No, no.
That's
And
all
I've
right,
got
Kim.
and
Don't.
I've got doodle cards to help me, to draw.
Yeah.
So I'm got it already pre-planned in my brain what to do next.
Don't worry, Kim. I'm always going to be in last.
I'm fast.
I can't stop at what I'm trying. I got to keep adding and adding and adding.
Until you're happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one had to have the polka dots because my pen kind of splattered a few times.
Ah, see?
So now I want to draw with a ruler.
I think Margaret, are you still here? I can't wait any longer.
Oh, you can open your happy meal. Cool.
Yeah.
After you've done your happy meal, I'll do the draw for the little journal.
I can't tell what it is. I think it's wrapped up again. And
That's
I
why
see more
it's Happy
tape.
Mail.
It's more tape. Margaret, are you still here? Nope, it's in two packages. Oh my gosh. She just takes these two together. She goes, I hope you'll like it. Duh. Yeah, I'm gonna love it. Looking.
I recognize those red envelopes. I've had a couple.
You should make Beth big so we can really enjoy
We
it.
can, yes. You're right. What was I thinking? Poof! You're
Seriously.
big. Abracadabra.
Margaret, did you stay? She was in here.
Yeah, she was.
Oh man, you guys, I'm gonna go nuts with these.
Look at those. Very cool.
You're not going to get anything done because you're going
What
to have to keep
smell?
smelling your markers.
Perfumed. My garbage is gonna smell good too.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're going to learn to slow draw so you can enjoy the scent.
I can use my markers on my doodles.
You can.
So I guess I'm going to yeah, I'll be using them.
I can't doodle in color. I'm like Jean. I can doodle on top of color, but I cannot doodle in color.
I can't either, but I can color a black and white doodle.
Yes, I have done that too. I buy those. Um, it's like poster board.
Oh,
Like when you buy poster board. Oh, look at those. Those are cute.
Oh,
they're forever stamps.
Those are very cute. But you can buy them in like 12 by 14-inch pieces. And so I usually get those to doodle on. I just love them.
She gave
Look
me
at that.
some-
Nice bits.
These are pockets.
Yeah.
Put your scissors in there.
Lovely, lovely.
Something to hold something. Oh,
we all love
these are
something.
safety pins.
I know. She sent me some of those. Those are beautiful, aren't they?
Are those sparkly?
Yes, they got
Yeah.
rhinestones down them.
Golden safety pins
Golden
with sparkle.
diamonds, golden diamond safety pins.
Wow.
Bling bling.
They are.
Those will keep your britches up for sure.
Oh yeah, in style. I will probably make some things since I got so many of them and do giveaways and use these on the giveaways.
Oh.
Put some tassels or something. Oh, she sent me some cards for the card trade.
Nice, nice.
I've already mailed all my cards out, but I can put them in my stash. And
Those
these,
would be fancy diaper pins.
let's
My
see where
word.
she got these at.
Those bulb pins.
Big flower, golden love. These are love.
Is that for Margaret?
Yeah,
Is Margaret watching now?
she was,
Margaret, this
and
is
she made me a
Kardashian baby pins.
she got these. There's 30 of them in a package.
They're beautiful.
Oh, how pretty.
So I will be making either ace. Let's see, what are we going to make next? ACT cards, and I'll be putting love. And there's 30 of them in the box. I wondered how she got these. She sent me a coin with love on it,
Yeah, me too.
and and I will use these absolutely. We're going to be making something.
well,
Uh,
here's a rose to you.
Oh, very pretty. Thank you. That's
It's to
beautiful.
you, Margaret. You're so sweet.
I don't
That's
know where
from-
she went.
That's from Joe.
I don't know where she is either.
And these are just these are playing cards.
Oh, that's not what's important about that. The roses is important, but that is a metal bread basket.
It's a tin box.
It's a tin.
Yeah, I
That's the
remember
cabinet
those.
to the food the glasses. But up on top of the
Oh.
shelf, up next to the ceiling, is a it's for bread. It's a tin. It's a picnic.
Nice.
It
Oh,
keeps you-
Margaret's still
And
here.
that was from the 1950s,
Beth,
and that came from my great aunt.
Beth, Joe, Margaret is still here.
Okay, goody.
Okay.
Woohoo!
You would like my aluminum cake stand that I have on top of my cabinet.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Cake
yeah.
stand? Ooh.
I've got a cover, aluminum cover, cake cover.
There's one of my ball, green ball,
I got some
Oh, those are
old
expensive.
candy jars.
two
Those
cat.
are hard to come by for
They
sure.
are. They are.
Yeah, I've got about 3 or 4 different ones. That one right there is the big one. That's the biggest one. Here's another, a newer one.
Nice. Very nice.
It's the only thing clean in the house.
Wow, look at those.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. This was my first
I
thing.
would love to play a game of
Oh,
cards.
where'd it go?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Look how
fun to play
shiny
with.
they are. Like they are they metallics? Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
the metallics. These
Wow.
are the black with a little bit of gold and silver, and then I've got the gold tone ones too.
Those are beautiful.
Margaret spoils me,
She
but
does.
I give these away. I put them in Happy Mail
They
because
would be good for
Joe
people
won't
to
play
buy them.
cards with me. He won't play.
Yeah, Ron doesn't play either. That's why I,
Neither does my husband.
That's the one thing. If you know,
I ain't got time to play cards. I usually do the dishes.
he does. He does the dishes.
I do the dishes at my house because my husband cooks.
Well, Joe cooks
I,
too.
I do all of that
He does everything.
and all the others.
I
Now
don't let
I
Ron
just
cook.
art. I just do the art.
now this is my pride and joy. I
Oh, a
got
coffee
It's a
grinder?
butter. It's a butter
it's
maker.
a
Oh, a
butter
butter maker. Okay.
and it I got it out of an old storefront in uh see it was in Lexington, Kentucky,
It's on top of my china hutch.
and it's got a wooden inside, and the little handle's a little rickety, but it was used plenty of times in the
I'm
storefront.
sure. I'm sure.
That was back in what was it, '64 when I got that.
You
Wow.
got that at a yard sale
No, I
after
didn't
we were
either.
married. Uh-huh.
No, honey, I got that off of the counter at
Okay.
an old store.
Okay. So I'm having a
Oh, those
crack
are full
crunch
of
now.
new cards. That's the new thing about cards, right? New cards, they're everywhere.
These are real slick.
Yeah.
Those
They're
are pretty.
beautiful though.
Yes.
These are the gold ones and the
Wow.
black ones.
Very pretty. Very, very
My
pretty.
goodness.
In a
Zing zing, girl.
I had the most beautiful cake plate on a pedestal cake plate. It was so pretty. I'd gotten it when I was first married, when I was like 18, 19 years old. And every time I'd go somewhere to a shower or whatever, I would take the cake plate. And the last time, of course, the last time I took it, I put the cake plate on top of the roof of my car
Oh
so that I
no.
could get into the car. And of course, guess what?
Forgot it.
It splattered to a million pieces.
Oh,
Broke my heart.
I'm sure.
Cake plate.
Yeah, but I don't bake like I used
Yeah,
to.
she still got
Me
about the.
neither.
No, I don't.
I'll tell you what's a good one is the Pyrex in the small size of about 6 to 8 inches, so that you can put it in your air fryer.
Oh,
And you don't have air fryers are great, but they're so hard to clean.
yeah. Air fryers are a pain to clean. Brenda has a
That's
Tom
all.
that
And
helps with
they
crackers.
they have an oven out now that is three. It's the microwave, an air fryer, and a convection or a regular oven. You could bake in it, and it's the same box in one.
Hmm.
And I said that'll be the next oven I'll get.
Tell her about the oven that you got.
And
Brenda, we have a Tom's Candy and Peanuts display case. It's
Tom,
like 8 inches at the top, and it kind of triangles down. And
Right?
it's supposed to have a glass front, but it got broken. We just haven't ever replaced it,
Yeah.
and it looks old and cool.
Well, your glass is going to have a little tint to it too, if it's Tom's. Yeah, because
Okay.
that's what year would that be? 40s?
Yeah, I think that's
Since
what it was. We actually have two different display cases, but I don't remember what one of them is.
Yeah,
Anne has a crockery butter churn from about 1880. She doesn't plan to make butter.
yeah. Did you see? I showed you that one. Do you know what year that would have been?
No.
That was a butter churn I was showing you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Brenda's got 3 egg trays, one from each of her grandmothers and one from Bo's paternal grandmother. That's cool.
I had a littler one, but the handle broke off on it. It was for like a pint, just a small one, and
Hmm.
there was something about it. Well, I know that the other one, it was back in the, oh gosh, 70s when I got it out of the store. But the store was falling down over the hill, so that's the reason why I got it. Oh, and I tell you what else I got. I got a Victoria, uh, the record that plays the Victorias from Indiana. It was from all the way up in Indiana, and I'd say it was on the side of the hill out there off of Lexington, Kentucky.
Cool.
There was all kinds of good stuff up out there back then.
Yeah.
so
Go ahead.
when you get ready to do your giveaway, will you're going to do random.org?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're going to ask, at, get it. Can you know how to do it in a column so that you'll get numbers in a sequence in a column? Or if you let me do it, I can do it. And then we're going to give away three more things at the same time.
Oh, cool.
And I'm
Okay.
going to give away three little pockets with some cards in them.
Nice. Well,
Love, love packets. Wouldn't that be nice?
it will be lovely.
Okay, now I have to enter. So
Okay. Put your
if
name.
I win the journal, it'll go to the next one after me. Will that work?
Yeah.
You're allowed to have two journals.
Yeah, but I think I need to share it.
Oh, yeah, you can share the journal. Yeah. But what I do is random.org, and instead of it coming up with one number, you do it in a sequence in a column, and it'll have a row of 12 numbers in order. And the first number, second number, third number, fourth number. That's how you get your four numbers.
Cool.
Oh,
I like that. Okay. I'll let you do
So
that. So,
let
what
me
I'll do is I will do a quick flip through of the little journal, and I
yeah,
haven't
make
decided
yourself
on
big.
what kind of closure I'm putting on it yet. So there's
Make
going to
yourself
be
big. Yep.
there's going to be a few things that will come as a surprise to whoever wins. The stuff in the pockets and that kind of thing will be surprise. Just so that even though they've seen it on here, they'll see it better when they get it. So this is the journal I've been working on this month. Now I'm going to have to put a couple of these little doodle cards in there because it's still the month and we're still working on it. So it has a text spot on the front. It's got a folded, you know, pocket thing there. When we were doing the snippet rolls, we, added snippet stuff. We played with window envelopes. This is just a corner uh,
Cute.
That's cute. I
text
like that.
spot.
Did
Yeah.
you draw that flower?
Yeah, that's one of mine.
So why do you
Kim
tell
is
me
an
you can't
excellent
draw?
What? Sorry, wait, what? Who?
Kim is an excellent draw person.
I don't think I can draw.
I
Well,
See,
do.
that's what I was going to say. You tell me you can't draw. You're
Looks
you're
like
you're
a print.
fibbing.
Yeah.
thank you,
Your,
lady. So
see, your
it's got
ideas are fresh and new to us, and I love it.
some of my little books are glued down. I crocheted page tabs. This is a pocket. It's got some German writing on it.
Bring
Uh,
it down, please.
oh, bring it down. Oh, let's, you know what? I'm going to stand up so that you can actually see what I'm doing too. Music page with a little bit of a stamp on.
There
Um,
you go.
one of my doodles, just a bunch of junk on there. You know, Kim and her scraps. Got to throw it in everywhere. Again, another little cluster with some scraps on. This is when we were doing the styrofoam prints. So that's the little houses for that. This is a flip. Another page tab. Of course, it's got to have hole punch holes on it. It's more of the German writing. Just some doodle
I
thing.
have to ask those crocheted tabs.
Yeah.
Do you poke the holes for them, or are they part of a notebook that you've taken the spring out of?
Oh, I poked the holes.
Oh,
But that's a good idea. Problem is, then I just rip the pages out and I don't have holes to work in. So this has a flip, a little tuck spot. We were doing something with negative spaces. Can't remember. This is a piece of my painted fabric. This is little pockets with, for stuff in. This one's not as full as some of the other ones I've sent out. I don't think we did too much stuff this month. I have a feeling we didn't do very much stuff this month. That's the other piece of fabric. It's got one of the tall cats. Little cluster. Did we do? I can't remember. Again, a doodle from a scrap. Corner tuck. Oh, we did stitching, so it's got a little sequin with some stitching. Stitching. Texture. We did some texture. Frames. Always have to have frames in. Another pocket thing. Edgings. We were doing edgings. This is one of those. We did the folded envelopes with the accordion style folds. I've got that in here. Doodles. This is more of the snippet roll. It's a tuck spot. This also has a corner tuck spot with a little notepad in it. We had to have been doing something with negatives. Oh, we did ATCs. That's one of the ATCs we did that day. And then just more book page. So that little journal is going to go to some lucky person. Like I say, I will figure out how to do a closure on it yet, and I will fill the pockets. You put cream in a plastic mayonnaise jar and shake. Military makes butter. Yeah, that's a cool thing, Brenda. Oh, thanks, Goldie. Yeah, so basically, I just took a piece of paper and I folded it in half and punched holes so that it could be used as tabs. And then I just did a little bit of crochet, pretty plain with some picots on it, just some straight single crochets or whatever. We did that with preschoolers using baby food jars. Okay. So I am going to type in go, and we are going to pick numbers between what, guys?
I've got it between 1 and 50,
1 and 50.
and you can. I'll give you plenty of time to check your numbers and make sure you don't have double numbers and
Yeah,
stuff
no
like
double
that.
numbers.
You got plenty of time to do that. And the first prize is going to be uh, Kim's book.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to add three more prizes of a little homemade pouch made with love from Margaret.
Those are so
And
pretty.
I'm sharing the love. And there's some cards in here to play with. And you can decorate them or pass them on in Happy Mail or whatever. But I put you some cards inside there. So take your time, pick your numbers between 1 and 50.
I don't know how many peeps we have.
Brenda, between 1 and 50. She'll fix it.
Yeah,
Kim, you like frogs?
love frogs.
I got a frog picture. We'll send you.
1 and 50. Come on, there's got to be more than 13. There's 13 of y'all in here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people playing.
Seven. Oh, Brenda's changed hers, so we've got 7 people playing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anybody in the balcony want to come out and play? Okay. That's all right. We'll wait 10 more seconds
Yeah.
for the lag. There is a lag.
There is a lag. I'm typing in stop. And we got lag. All right. Smallest value one. Largest is 50.
This is a sequence.
I'm going to make you big.
It's called a sequence random.org number generator, and you can find the sequence one between 1 and 50. The columns, it's going to be in one column. So when I push the button, you will get the sequence, and then the first 4 numbers it'll be the number and the closest under without going over. The number under the number closest to what I picked without going over. And the sequence is
Dun, dun, dun,
oh
dun.
my gosh, 45.
45. Brenda, are you in Beth's?
No, it has to be 45 or under. So
Brenda has 44.
oh, I'm sorry. I see a 48. Okay.
Oh, wait. Brenda has 44. Belinda's got 48.
I meant Belinda. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Brenda's got it.
Yeah, Brenda's got it. Not
I've
Brenda.
got Brenda down for 12.
Wait. Brenda A, 44. How come Brenda A has 3 numbers? Like,
Okay, refresh your chat because she's put in 12 as her last one.
Okay.
She changed it. So I believe that Jean Peters, and I think Jean wants this.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, this is for Jean. So the second number is going to be for the book, and that's 14.
So it is Brenda.
Brenda A gets the book.
Yeah. Oh, we were so confused.
So Jean, message me your address. Are you in Canada?
No, I'm in I'm in USA. I was gonna say Kansas.
Kansas?
Take your heels, honey.
Brenda, are you in
She's in my group.
your group? Okay, I can get her address from there.
I'm writing your name down so I won't forget because I will. You'll be getting some happy mail with your thing too.
I love that. I don't get Happy Mail very often.
Great. The next number is 15. So what is lower than Brenda A? What's the next lower one? Is it 7?
Yeah.
And then that Goldie?
Yeah.
And I already have an address envelope ready to go for Goldie. So Goldie's going to get one of these.
Nice.
And the third one goes to no, don't be confused, Brenda. The next one is 12, the number 12. So we've
Wait a
already
minute.
gave
Wait a minute. Anne has 35. What? We're lost somewhere here.
35 wasn't picked. It was 45, 14.
Okay, yeah, 42. So Jean was closest. Then Anne was 35.
That
So,
that didn't count for anything. The next number was 14 for the win, and because we gave Jean one of these,
right.
and the Brenda A got your book, and then the next number was I had 14, 15, and 12. So so Goldie got one, and then my Michelle's going to get the last one,
Okay.
and that was the numbers without going over all four numbers. So I think it did it right. Okay, and the first number was 45, and Jean Peter won that one. She didn't want the book, so I gave Jean one of these uh, prayer pockets. So Jean got a prayer pocket. The second number for the win was 14, and Brenda was the number without going over 14. Brenda got that one. 35 was too much.
Okay,
And
I
then
see
the
how that
third
goes now.
then the third winner uh, was was I had 14, 15, and 12. So the first one was Michelle, the second one was Goldie, and then the third one was Michelle. I picked a number without going over, and these are the winners, the four top numbers. So the first one was Jean, and she had 42. It was the closest to 45, which was the number. 35 wasn't close enough. I didn't draw 35.
I get that now. I was confused too. We've got it figured out.
No, I did not skip you, Anne. Jean got 42 under the 44. Jean won it. She's missing somebody's number. Yeah, you're confused. No, no. The second number was 14. I drew four numbers. No, Anne. I drew four numbers. The first number was 45. The second number was 14 for the second winner. And the third number was 15 for the third winner. And then the fourth winner was 12, under 12. Okay. I hope everybody understands. I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat. I
I
drew four
think
numbers.
this is what I think. I think that Anne understood it. You were going to draw one number and then
And
go
everybody
down
goes
from
under
that
that.
number.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah,
But
I
I
did it a different way. I just did it a different way than what you're accustomed to.
I understand the way you did it. But I could see where Anne, how Anne,
I do understand, and I did it a different way. I drew four numbers.
think I thought at first that's what you were going to do until you said you had four numbers, and then I
Yep.
figured that's not what you were going to do.
So it's okay. It's okay. We got four winners, and we gave away
oh, Jen,
we've given away four things.
okay,
Okay.
Jen, have a good day.
So, woohoo! Thank you, Margaret. And I will be doing another giveaway um, tomorrow night, Saturday night. I will be giving away. I'm going to give away these tomorrow night. So they're really cute, and
Scented marker.
yeah, they're scented with perfume. And I have so many markers, and I have uh, I have several sets of markers. So I think I'm just going to donate these to the group. I can use it to see what it looks like. They're nice. So I'll give these away
All's
tomorrow
good,
night.
Ann. All's good.
Yep.
So I hope Anne understands. I didn't cheat.
Yeah, no, no, no.
I just did it different. And
Well,
it was
And your brain fog goes with my eye fog right now. My
yeah.
eyes are saying, "What are you doing?"
oh, you done? Just about.
Yeah.
So if you want to win something tomorrow night, come into my room and I'll do some giveaways. So, are we done for the day, girls?
I think we might be. I'm just going to finish this one up.
Sorry about that. Joe sneezed
It's okay.
and he cussed at the same time.
Oh,
Oh no.
He sneezes like my grandfather sneezed. He did the same thing.
what you doing, Jean? I made you big for a change. You haven't been big today.
Thank you.
Show your cards off, Jean.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about the lighting. We're just going to have to deal with this until probably mid-October. It's just somewhere the sun comes in this way. I don't know. So, here's number 1.
I love that.
I do like that it's kind of shiny, but it's not easy to draw on.
No.
And then
Probably smears as you drag your hand across a bit.
I'm not going to try. I'm giving it more time to dry. And then there's this one, which was just more circles, kind of graduated.
Oh,
Of
I
course,
You
like
then
could
I had to
you
fill
can
in white
spray with the
space.
liquid fix it. You could spray
Yeah.
them.
Aw, and thank you. And then this is the one I learned off of, what did I say that was called? See, now, Anne, you just passed your brain fog to me. Sketchbook Revival.
Oh, that's good. Look at that.
I like
Yeah,
that.
hers looked so much more intense than mine, but maybe I need to
Sea
slow
urchin.
down.
They're sea urchins.
Yeah, yeah. And then that's my checker. My circle kind of
I can
sends
see
out. If
your
you look
circle.
at it, kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes you dizzy a little bit.
Yeah, but I like that.
And then this is the one I'm working on now. I'm just filling it with lines.
I like that.
So, because I like to use my little tools.
That is a cute little one.
Yep.
And this one's not done. I see
Nope.
white.
Yep. It's not done. Kim made me big before I could finish it. So,
You could put some circles in it. Make them graduated
I
from
could do
little
that.
to big.
I could do that. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do with these.
Well,
I didn't
um,
make nearly enough to put a hole in them and hang them on a ring.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
not yet. You can keep
Not
adding to
yet.
them.
Yeah, you ain't watched me long enough to know I don't finish things.
Now, I was watching Mary Altier this last week, and her brother smokes, so she got his boxes of cigarettes, and she made doodle cards to put in those cigarette cart box, and she redecorated it, and that
Oh,
was
how
kind of a
cool.
good story. So if you know anybody that smokes cigarettes with a box, hit them up for the box.
Oh, they
And
were.
if I can find the link for this, I will. My very first one is an Exacto brand, and I lost it, or so I thought I did, so I replaced it. So now I have 2. So you know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
have the little triangle that goes
The
with it
metal one.
too. And I
I've
really
got a
use
big
them.
one.
I never seen one that small.
I know. I love it.
That's flexible too, isn't it?
No,
No,
it's
it's metal.
metal.
Is it metal? Okay.
Yep.
I
I've
thought
I've got a great big one, but it's under my books.
Yeah, I have a bigger one and I have some T squares. I did find when I found the new one, I found something I had been looking for a long time. Actually got this one on Temu
Oh, okay.
and I haven't even used it, but I know I'm happy to have it. And it is
Oh, it's a
a
slide
six
ruler.
inch T square.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
I've seen those where they slide up and down before back in the day.
Yeah, I love my T square when I'm really wanting some good lines, but I've
yeah.
never found one at 6 inches. I mean, I have a 12 inch and that's okay, but this is portable.
It is.
And
Yeah.
That
that's
is
6 inches.
awesome.
It's
Is that in the six? Did you say?
Yeah, it's a 6 inch ruler. It's inches on this side and centimeters on this side. Wow, this goes clear down. It marks the 1/16. I mean, it tells
Yeah.
you what they are. Like 7/16 and 15 or
Wow.
told you
Yeah.
the eyes are messed up. 16, 16 or 15/16. You know, most of them.
You know what? That
Yeah,
those are so awesome because that's how much space we have usually to work on our desks. Like there's no way in
yeah.
hell I
Well,
would get my T square on my desk.
yeah.
Not when I could.
And then this side is inches up here, and this side is meters and centimeters. This is really nice. It really is. It's pretty well made from what I
which
can
yeah,
tell.
Is that for the T square, Anne?
I think on Timu.
I got this. Yeah, this one is Zona 37434. Yeah, I thought maybe I got it on Amazon. I love it. It's so
I've got
much
a cheap
Okay.
fun.
one. I got one for 4x8 sheet of plywood that you run cuts on.
Yeah.
Well, my husband has those out in his shed, but
Yeah.
I got to have my toys and tools, and he better not take them. I'm still missing my little screwdrivers.
Oh my gosh.
I know. You know what I do though? Here's how I fix that on my jewelry making pliers.
Uh-huh.
Hang on, I got to move something to get to them.
Well,
This is how I.
I usually have to go buy a new set of about every 6 months.
This is how I keep him away from my toys. I put rhinestones on them.
Nice.
So okay.
Ron wouldn't care.
Well, he won't care either, but that's my story. I did paint a hammer handle all wild and crazy like patchwork,
Yeah.
and he really had trouble using that. But that was years and years ago. So,
Before he knew better.
yeah. And see, you can get this is a little metal protractor, right? Compass
Contract.
compass makes the circles, protractor.
Yeah, that would. Is that a protractor?
Yeah.
Brenda, what's an Ollie's? Brenda, what's an Ollie's?
Ollie's is like a Big Lot.
Oh,
I don't know what a Big Lots is.
yeah, it's an aftermarket place where you can get stuff cheap.
Leftover. They get leftovers and they
Oh,
sell them real cheap.
oh, like Winners or a Liquidation World kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a win. And
And it's got lots and lots of
they
things.
have carpet, and then they
Is that where we're going tonight for lunch?
have, and
Okay.
you can get dishes and towels, and they've got everything.
Okay.
You know what? I've only been in one Ollie's in Lubbock, and we both walked out of there and said that wasn't worth our time.
Yeah,
Well, but
you
the
have
thing
to,
is their stock changes all the time, right?
it does.
Yeah, it does change.
See, here's my original or L square and
Yeah.
triangle, and they are Exacto brand.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
But I love little tools, and I use every one of them.
Yeah.
This is probably, and I even have regular. This is my little bag of tools. And of course I'm getting the good ones. I don't want the plastic ones because I break them. And I even have a compass in there and a bone folder. But this is my favorite. And this one I've had. This one I bought in a drafting kit,
Uh-huh.
and this is probably the best thing I've ever used. But they also have one that you can dip it in your ink and draw your circles
Yeah,
Right.
with
I've
it.
got one like that too. Yeah.
And then the parallel pencil that goes with it, you can dip this in the ink. I'll unscrew it so you can see better.
Oh yeah.
And you can dip this, and these are really old, but I still use them. But you
Yeah.
dip them in the ink and you can draw parallel lines, perfectly parallel lines.
See,
You
Ron's
know
got
what?
those that were my dad's. He actually has some of those that were my grandfather's.
You know what
I
they use for those? Now, back in the day, in in the 70s, they would use those for when they would shoot at the ranges on the buckshot, and they would use those ones with the points, and it'd be 2 or 3 centimeters, and they whoever shot the closest to the middle of the point, and that's how they give them the stuff and
yeah,
win the prizes. And you can take and shoot a shotgun uh, and win you a half side of a bacon, half side of a pig. Back then, that was the good old days.
yeah. And I was at a jewelry show. I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't say this. This if you have a problem with bad words, this will you might cover your ears. But
Go ahead. Wait a minute, Rebecca's not on, is she?
No.
I I found an apron, and I decided not to buy it because I was teaching classes in a bead store, so I didn't. But the apron said tool whore.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
That is
And I
cute.
yeah, and I love my tools. I do love my tools.
Ooh. Hey, you ought to. They have a metal. Um, it's kind of like an eye uh, that you put your eyeglasses in. Okay,
Uh-huh.
and it's got a inside is furry and fuzzy. It's got the felt in it, and and when you shut it, it's got a clip that shuts enough so that they would not fall out. And most of those you could put in there, anything that's long and thin, and
You
probably
mean
not.
something like this?
Well, that's cheating. That comes
That's a
with.
draftsman kit, and I have one of those.
It's like a pick a locksmith. They open up all the tools to
Yeah,
unlock a door.
Yeah.
yeah. And
I
that's a,
left one set pretty much intact, but I really love the the pin
That's
part of the
cool.
those are cool.
I
yeah.
guess those are from somebody who did mechanical drawing,
Yeah,
Yeah.
architect architect person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them doesn't close. I don't know why. It won't go far enough over to the snaps.
well, your snap. Sometimes you can take. Is that a snap? Does that snap come through it,
Yeah.
or does it have a cut for it? If it's got a cut for it, you can sometimes twig the the edge of it, and then it make it tighter,
Uh-huh.
like a nut, and tighten it down. Like you don't. You just like on a piece of wood that you got something that won't go in, and you got to make it a little tighter, like a belt buckle. Okay,
Yeah.
Joe could fix that for you, Gene.
like
Well,
my if my belt buckle is like says rawhide on it or something like that, and it's got one of those little slide throughs, then it don't work. You could
well,
just tap.
this one works fine. And so, sometime I think it would be fun to put my stuff back in here, but I'm not going to carry this out with me, but I will carry the little tools with
And
me
that's
in the back.
Germany made.
This one is made in the USA.
Oh, I wonder why the name is like that though.
I don't know.
Isn't that Dutch? I can't hardly see it, but it's the
The case might have been Germany made,
But
yeah.
just the case.
Well,
I
that's
have had I bought both of these for like $3 a set.
a dog
I
family.
was going to share, but as you can tell that I didn't.
Well, you're a good girl. Don't share.
At least I thought about sharing. That's a good thing.
Hey,
Yes.
that counts. That counts for points.
Yeah, I do like tools, and I do like the old ones because they
Oh yeah.
don't make things like they used to make them.
See,
Oh
my
my
dad.
God, I sound like my mother.
Open my mouth and my mother comes out.
Yes.
But now the green one. Now I used to have one like that when I was in at the refinery because we would use those for placing out and put the you have to make real nice hose to with the draw and the drawings and stuff, big, small, and all that. And you could use those for the tanks in the field if you're drawing a field print or adding a field print on. And that's really the only time I didn't even use any of that in high school. But when I got to the refinery, we would use them. The cool stuff.
Very
I
cool.
even have this really cool ruler
Uh huh.
that
That's
it's all centimeters.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Centimeters.
that would be for it would have like a T square piece that slid over it with a screw on it to adjust. Because I've got rulers like that that Ron has given me.
Well, see what you can do is you can take your try what they call the try jobby and put it in between the circles and you can read off what the circles size wise is because they'll never change and then you can tell what your
Yeah,
pin.
these didn't have measurements on them. Not like my calipers.
Now, yeah, but see, you're cheating on them calipers. Them are digital.
I have the other ones in my other in the other room where my other computer is.
Can you read the ones that are not digital?
Yes, I can. I learned on those.
Oh, well, see, that's the greatest thing about it is if you got one that's digital and one that's not, then you go and start, you know, getting it ready to make it what sizes they are, and that's the only way I could have done it.
Yeah, yeah. I use the calipers a lot. Actually, I was using my husband so much that he brought them in. But my background is jewelry making, so
Well, see, you're a good Christmas person because you would love stuff like that, and
oh
and other women wouldn't.
oh yeah. Well, for my anniversary, I got a scroll saw. So
Well, ask Beth what she got for her Chris for what was it? Huh? What that was
What'd you buy me?
when we got married.
Well, the first thing you bought me was a sweeper, and the second thing you bought me was a mattress. And then he started buying me jewelry. After he knew for sure I wasn't going to be skipping out on him, then he started buying me jewelry.
But
Okay, is one of these? You'll have to
okay, we're getting back to business, girls.
put me back up, Kimmy, and I'll show you which. I did a search for Jean Gems on Messenger, and I need to know which one's her. Are you there, Kim? Where'd she go? Oh, she said be right back. She had to go.
She had this. She's got
So
the.
what is? Do you know? Hey, Jean, do you know what Jean Jim's uh,
I
icon looks like?
don't.
You don't? Okay.
I don't.
And which Jan was in the room? That I need to know the Jan's last name.
She starts with G. I told you she started with G. Do you have more than one G? I'll message it to you.
Okay.
And I
And
have to make you big. There you
and
go.
do you know Jean Jim's messenger
No, I
number?
don't know Jean
Okay,
Gems.
I came. These much came in. Is she here?
Jean, are you here?
Which one?
Gene James.
Oh, Jean, come to the front of the class. She might have already left.
What?
Uh, but yeah, you messaged me that one. At least and then that's the only one I don't have is Jean Jim's. And if you can just give her the message next time you see her, because she's not a member of my group.
Yeah, I don't know her either. Okay,
Okay, Jim. Yeah,
I,
that's a different uh,
that
Jan. That I have two other Jans,
yeah,
so that's fine. That's
uh,
fine.
that one I just sent you her last name.
Thank you. I can look it up now.
But yeah, no, Jean Gems has been here. She was here on Sunday, was she not? And I think one other time. She is quite new to me as well. Yeah, Brenda, we've got a lot of woodworking tools. My dad was a woodworker. Like he did a lot of if like the furniture in my house, aside from my couch and chair, which I bought, but the
Okay.
bookshelves, tables, they were either built by Ron or my dad. So we've got a lot of Ron's got all dad's woodworking tools. In fact, he has a shop full of my dad's wood. Like there's so much hardwoods and exotic woods that my dad never used that we inherited. And I mean, Ron's been using it, and we still have a shop full.
She say wood.
Yeah,
He does wood.
yeah, we
He's
do a
made
lot
all
of
kinds of
like
cute things in her room.
like
Hmm.
there's a lot of like the wood turnings, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he does furniture. He's done my granddaughter's jewelry boxes and things. Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. And he still wants to do that wood turning video for you, Gene. He'll get to it. We just have to figure out how to set up the camera so that it's running smooth.
Oh, I don't care. I just love watching it.
The wood fly.
Hmm. I like seeing something that's plain and simple turn into something really cool.
So I've also posted my doodles in my Facebook group. If anybody wants to go in and check them out there, I've also sent out everybody but Jean Gems. I sent them out to you already.
Yes, I
So
got them. Thank you, Beth.
if anybody else wants a set, I'll can message it to you.
Beth, did you find that Jeans Jim's YouTube channel?
No, I haven't. I was looking
Okay.
in Messenger, but I can look.
Well, I found her channel. I was trying to figure out how to share that. Oh, well, stupid me.
Are
I
you
know
not
how.
a mod, Gene?
Huh?
Have I not made you a mod on my
Yeah,
channel?
she is. She's a mod.
I'm sorry. I got so many windows open right now. There's her link.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, okay. Um, everybody, Margaret, who was so graciously gifted me all these things, she's got a cousin over in Israel. Please keep her in your prayers.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, Miriam's in our thoughts as well.
I just subscribed to her. Jean at Jean Gems. Woohoo! Sometimes on the community tab, there's an email. Oh, she did a magazine paper doll. I love doing paper dolls.
Me too.
All right.
Now I have to try and find her because I can't just click on it in the thing.
She's got cute stuff. Woohoo! Love it. Okay, I'll just go back to her videos. Does she do live ones? Yep, she does lives. Uh, I wonder if she streams with anybody I know. I bet she does.
Okay, how come I can't find her?
It's Jean at Jean S Gems. S. Jean's Gems. With the J's.
Did the link not work for you?
It worked for me.
Well, I can't click on it for some reason.
Well, you can't. You here? I'll just send it to you in Facebook.
Thanks, hon.
And I can do things more on my iPad than I can on my phone. I couldn't find her on my phone, but I went straight to my iPad and I found her.
Thank you, Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'm going to get off. I thank
Yeah.
you for having me. It was a
Oh,
fun.
thanks for being here. It was a blast. Wanted to show your page again of all the doodles you did. Hey, Kathy B, nice to see you.
And I posted them in my group, and I'll be glad to send it to you if you message me and say, please send me some doodles. Send me a message, and I'll do it. I've already taken pictures of them, and I can send them to you right now. So it was a blast from the past,
It was. It was a fun day. Thank you very much for being here.
and I got to get into my oldest book.
Did you get to see the frogs?
No,
Thanks, Joe.
no, she didn't see the frogs. All right, bye.
Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Red X in the right upper corner. Up, up to the right, there.
Oh, that's awesome, Brenda. Yeah, I've never used a chainsaw. We
I
have a
haven't. I haven't attempted a chainsaw yet, but
no, we have a real little one, like it's a mini one. We call it the Zizzer. My daughter got it for Ron because we've got lots of trees and lots of dead wood on the trees. So she got, it'll do a piece about this big maximum.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
just love that thing. It's perfect for.
we bought a pole saw, which is like a mini chainsaw. You can put it on the pole, or you can
Yeah,
take it off and use it. And that's what we use.
nice. Yeah, I don't think we've got like long loppers, like that we can pull the rope and it cuts the branches that are way high.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe sent me the frog pictures. They're really cute. Unfortunately, it's on my computer. I don't have my tablet beside me. Otherwise, I would show you guys. Very, very cute. Yeah, I understand that, Brenda. She said she can't safely use it now. Jean, you want to show off your doodles, and then I'll show mine, and we can.
I already did.
You did. Where was I?
Oh, I don't know. In La La Land, maybe.
Well, I'm probably in La La. I mean, I've just been sitting here and doodling and. Oh, longest bar, 30 inches. Yeah, that is a scary chainsaw. Hokey Dinah. Wow, Anne. Yeah, tree removal is serious. I have a big weeping willow out front that I want to top because it's getting up by the power lines, and I think it needs to be the top chopped off. One day we will get to that. Okay, then I'm going to go big, and I'm going to show my doodles. They're very boring. I don't doodle to the extent that these other beautiful ladies do, so just a heads up on that. So just to remind myself that I can do like chains, various things. Just, just reminders, guys. I'm going to use these as reminders when I'm playing and trying to doodle something because quite often my mind goes totally blank on when I'm, you know, you have a vision and then it kind of goes sideways.
I like that one.
Yeah, that one's kind of fun. Typical kind of flowery thing. This one I like. I had fun with that one.
That's fun.
Yeah. And then that's the one I did with the circle in it.
Uh-huh. That one you did that before the circle one,
This one?
that
No.
one makes you look like you're going down into a hole. You can just see the
Yeah.
dimension.
Yeah. I could color some of those with my pencils. I definitely could. I have, okay, because my girlfriend who usually shops for me, her sister's an art teacher. And they have a thing about Laurentian pencils. They were a type of pencil crayon from when I was growing up. And so another artist that they know hoards these Laurentian pencils when they go to thrift stores or whatever and they see them, they buy them right away. She says they're the best pencil crayons, better than anything on the market these days. So of
What
course,
brand is that?
Laurentian, Laurentin, like it's Canadian.
Okay.
So anyway, when I was looking for the French English dictionary for Anina to send her some pages. We went to a thrift store in the small city southeast of us, and they didn't have a French English dictionary, but they had bags of pencil crayons, 50 pencils for 50 cents. And in there, I saw a couple of Laurentian pencils. So I bought 2 bags, and out of the 100 pencils, I got 3 Laurentian pencils. I haven't played with them yet to see how they react, with the paint, etc. But now I have 100 more kid used pencil crayons that probably are full of broken leads to curse over. If you looked at my desk, all you would see is bins of pencil crayons.
Have you ever put a colored pencil in the microwave for a little bit?
No.
I've heard that you can do that and it softens the lead and they heal back up.
Oh, really?
I don't know, but
I
if you
believe
had
it.
some, it would, that you were willing to part with if it didn't work,
Yeah, I have
would be worth
lots of
a
those
try.
now. But I'd like to get like softer lead so that they blend nicer.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a brand, and I can't think of it right now. That was bef- that was Prismacolor first before it became Prismacolor.
okay.
I think it's Berol,
Oh,
but
barrel? Yes. Yes.
that was Prismacolor, and those are amazing.
Okay. Good
But
to
you
know.
can't get all the colors either.
Thanks, Belinda. Curse over them? Curse over what? Oh, the pencil crayons? Yeah. We all know I do that. But no, I will gladly try putting them in the microwave to see
You
what
know what
happens.
else I've seen? Um, I've looked for it because I have a theory. I do not buy anything off of Facebook.
Yeah.
I've not had good luck with that, and so I avoid that.
Right.
And I seen something, and it was like, I really like this. I wonder if somebody else has got it, and if I can get it on Amazon. I mean, I might even be paying more, but to me, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't find it, and it's St. Louis Art Supply, and I think they're probably a legit thing because they have a website and they have some really amazing art tools. But it's this little device where you put your pencil in there and it cores it
Oh.
and then you take another pencil and you put it in the device in a different spot, I suppose, and it pegs it. And you can put, so you could
Oh,
take a plain old number 2 pencil
yeah.
and extend the life of your colored pencil, maybe.
Oh,
That's what my thought process is on that. I
cool.
don't know. I mean, because when I pull out my colored pencils, I'm holding on to some of these for dear life. Oh, wrong,
Yeah.
wrong, Pat, wrong, lazy Susan thing. See, I have to pull out some of them just to get to these tiny ones.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to sort out. My really short ones.
Yeah,
I want to start breaking them down into colors too, so that I know what shades I've got. But I'll
yeah.
do that with the Crayolas. I also have some of, like, from these ones I just bought. One's made by Rose Art. I have no idea who that is. There's a couple of studio ones in there. There's a couple of Staedtler ones in there, and yeah.
Rose art, rose art is kind of a generic.
Okay, I've never seen them before, so
They have them at Dollar Trees and
okay. So same
stuff
like
like
with
that.
the studio art ones, right? The Dollar Tree brands. Good to know.
Yeah,
But I'll be able to do some shading, I'm sure, with them.
yeah.
Anyway, it's been 2 hours and 41 minutes. So I really appreciate you and Beth being here today to play and doodle. And I appreciate all you guys coming and playing and listening. And, yeah, there are a lot of dead links on Facebook sites, the shopping sites for sure. So
I
thank you.
do too.
Thank you, Beth. Thank you, everybody who is watching in the balcony, everybody who watches replays, and for sure, everybody who is in the chat. I will get the little journal out to you probably on Monday. I'll send it, Brenda, because I have to fill the pockets. And again, there's no stream on Sunday because it's the last Sunday of the month. So I will see everybody on Tuesday. Thank you guys all for being here, and we shall talk soon. Big hugs to you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye
Bye,
now.
everyone. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jean.
Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome. And thank you. Yep.
And
Bye. Clicking.